So then what? Dr. Gilmore asked. I walked away. Yes. And then? I leaned forward. What would you have done, Gilmore? I would have told the teachers right there in the spot. I rolled my eyes. I knew you'd say that. But you didn't. I didn't what? You didn't tell the teachers. Nope. I shook my head. Because you're not a rat. Something like that. Maybe you shouldn't have started any more problems with that kid. Sean the moron was in honors class. Honors. Can you believe that? So? Gilmore asked. What do you want me to say? I hated him. And that bothered you that he was in the honors class? Yeah, because he didn't earn it. He was just part of the elite. Well, you can't blame him for everything, Dr. Gilmore sighed. And what did you do next? I went home and looked for a weapon. I bet that solved everything. My mother collected antiques, but the only thing that got my attention was this old billy club. It was a police baton, the type English cops carried 100 years ago. It was made of wood, with its center drilled out and filled with heavy lead. A leather strap attached to the grooved handle could be wrapped around the wrist. My mom kept it around as a decoration, but now I needed it for what it was made for, protection. I dropped it into my backpack, but it stuck out the top, so I had to hang my baseball cap on it, and that's how I carried it to school. At the end of the day, I went to the boys' restroom before detention started and washed my hands.
89-90, varsity football kicks ass.
Had been written on the wall in big black letters, but painted over it in sharp graffiti style was
LEECH MOB stomps.
Hey kid, I've been looking all over for you. A faded stoner in a black Zeppelin shirt stood in the doorway. Mark says he wants to talk to you. Yeah? I said, tensing for the baton. Easy, kid. I'm just a messenger. Where is he? Outside, I'll walk you over. I don't know, I hesitated. I have detention now. Just go and hear what he has to say. There's no use hiding from him. I followed the skinny kid through the old smoking lounge and out behind the gym. Every so often, he'd turn around and make sure I was still there. We rounded the corner where Mark and Baldy were standing, already suited up for football practice, their helmets on. Maybe they'd heard about the weapon. After all, we were meeting where all the fights took place. When I got closer, Mark smiled and extended his hand. Hey, how you doing there, buddy? He asked in an overly friendly voice. I automatically reached out and shook his hand as the smile faded from his face. He began to clench his fist, to hold me with one hand and hit me with the other. I sprang back as he tried to punch me in the face, reach for the weapon, and club Mark in the head. As he stumbled back, I saw I knocked his helmet sideways across his face, but the last surprise was my own. The billy club bounced off Mark's helmet and ricocheted through the air, flying like a helicopter blade, hitting the ground and rolling down the hill. As Mark stumbled around, I went after the club, slipped on the grass, and went sliding down the hillside with Baldy dead on my heels. As it came within reach, I scooped up the baton and leaned to the side, winding back as Baldy stormed in from above. At the last moment, I swung the club as he jumped overhead and smashed him across the shins. He flipped through the air, landed on his back, and tucked in his legs and screamed. Hey, Baldy! Baldy, are you alright over there? Mark straightened his helmet and yelled down to his friend. Nah, Baldy groaned. I think he might have chipped something. That's the best fullback in the region. If you fucked his leg up, I'm gonna kill you, promised Mark. Leave me alone or I'll break your arm next, I warned him. Suddenly, thunder sounded in the distance as the rest of the team barreled out of the locker room and pounded towards the field, taking no notice of us. Mark took off his helmet and let it fall to the ground and roll away. He reached up slowly, touched his ear, and then looked at the blood on his hand. He seemed to sway for a moment, his eyes wide and bugged with fear. My ear's bleeding, he said, sounding more like he was asking a question. Are you alright? I asked, stepping toward him. Fuck you, he screamed. Stay away from me! A group of football players heard him yell and started to jog over. I hid the weapon in my backpack as I ran back into the school. Was anyone seriously injured? Dr. Gilmore asked as I shook my head. You're really lucky you didn't hurt those boys. Fuck them. Now what was happening with your old buddy Andrew through all this? Well, with him in the honors classes and everything, I didn't see him around too often. So while I got cooler with the skaters, he got tighter with the preppies, trading homework or something. Where have you been? Andrew asked. I got suspended. For what? Fighting. Andrew shook his head, removed his glasses, and wiped his eyes. He seemed jittery about something. Hey Kelly, next Friday there's going to be this party, and I know that you're going to want to go with me, right? A party? I couldn't believe my ears. You want to go to a party? Yeah, I want to meet up with this girl I've been talking to. What's with that necklace? I pointed at the leather medallion around his neck, a round black talisman with the shape of Africa in the middle, and stripes of red, black, and green. It's a conscious band. It means a free South Africa. You heard what's going on down there, right? No, I admitted. It's really messed up. Can I try it on? I asked him. Yeah, sure. It's attracting way too much attention anyway. You could even borrow it for a while if you want. Back in science class, the skaters greeted me, having heard bits and pieces of the rumor that was getting worse by the day. Mr. Hayes, Mr. Ryan interrupted my chatter to the others. Since you were in such a talkative mood today, why not tell us why the animal cells mitochondria are so important? I know you've probably been up all night studying and now are suffering from an information overload, but why not give it a try? Mitochondria are like little red spiders or something? That would be a no. Not even close. Do you see little red spiders, Kelly? Mocked Ryan. Yeah, I guess sometimes I do. Oh, I see. Do you see them crawling all over the place, maybe? No, but I always see them crawling all over you. Down in the principal's office, Mr. Murphy's eyes bugged out. You again? You were just in here. Those in-school suspensions haven't seemed to teach you a thing. I shrugged. You seem to be becoming more of a problem every day. I stared at him. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? I raised my index finger to the side of my head and pulled the trigger. Yes, my feelings exactly. Get in here, he grumbled. Don't you think I'm getting tired of this too? Frankly, I'm sick of seeing your face in these situations, he added. I was just on my way out to a meeting with the Board of Education, and now I'm going to be late again. Sorry, I said, which he ignored. So why are you here today, he asked, and then sighed when I told him. I was just joking about the bugs I maintain. I really don't see little red spiders crawling on Mr. Ryan or anything. I should hope not, he frowned. All right, since you were straight with me, I'll give you another week's detention, but this is your last break before I give you another out-of-school suspension. You've already had one, and according to school policy, if you get 3 suspensions in 1 year, your next problem might just be solved by expelling you from school for good. Do you understand this break I'm cutting you? Yeah, I said meekly. Now go and sit with Mrs. Flanagan in the attendance room until your next class. Yeah, all right. And what are you wearing around your neck? Murphy asked, putting on his glasses. It's a conscious band. A conscious what? A necklace that symbolizes a free South Africa. I didn't know that you were so political, Mr. Hayes.